Welcome to day 2 of UGC's St. Louis 28K Halo Open event. I'm Walshy, joined by Elamite. How you doing, my man?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. Got in last night. Saw some awesome no radar games going on between some of those top contender teams, and then we're kicking off today. Obviously here, got a lot of pro teams showing up, a lot of great amateur teams here as well, and ready for some exciting matches.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what we got going on today. I mean, let's talk about the settings. I mean, this is we have best of fives going on with the typical settings, which is radar, pistol, AR star, everything that we've seen throughout the pro league, and we've seen the entire past year. These teams, like I said, are playing best fives, and right now this is the open portion of the bracket. So to break this down a little bit, it's a double elimination, best of 5, and these teams, we start off with around, I believe, 32 squads, and we are down to just about 12. And these teams at the moment are in the winner's bracket. We only have 3 teams left in the winner's bracket, and these teams are actually playing for a little bit of prize money here for the open circuit. So it's really nice how UGC broke this up. They have a open circuit portion where these squads are playing to get into pool play, but they're also still playing out the rest of this bracket, and they get to walk away with a little bit of change.
Yeah, I actually really like what they did, just opening that up and giving some of these other players opportunities to get out and travel. A lot of these pro teams, they have the organizations, they have sponsors, they're competing in the HCS, so they, have money to attend events. Well, a lot of other people pay good amount out of pocket to attend these, and myself included back in the day. So it's great to see some of these open circuit players still have a chance to go out and make some money competing, and continue that drive to succeed and make it into the HCS.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it works out for both the pros and the AMs alike. I mean, like you said, that little bit extra change helps some of these AM squads, but also these pros. I mean, a lot of them didn't even get in until later last night. So they, some of them weren't interested in playing the free-for-all, which has been kind of a trend towards the later Halo days, whereas early on Halo days, the pros just top pros were always at the top of the free-for-all list. I mean, it was always interesting where you'd see, 15 out of the 16 players in the top 16 would be all pros, and then there'd be that one person who's Pistola? He's not going to go anywhere.
Who's censored? Yeah. Yeah, but free-for-all it's kind of surprised me, too, that not all of the pros playing it, because it is a decent chunk of money, and the free-for-all takes a lot of skill, and when you have that skill sets from 4v4, although it does not equate perfectly, but the maps, the routes you can take, and just working on your slaying
just
ability.
That gun skill, just alone, because I remember that vividly back in 05 or 06, where it was just 15 of the 16 people were all on top 4 or top 8 teams, and I saw this guy named Pistola. I got your Pistola. He was just a maniac with a shot, just hit every single shot, was a force to be reckoned with, and just being man, he's not a top team, but just seeing that sort of raw slaying power. And once he got onto a squad like TD, you could just see what he could do. Yeah,
from 2005 to 2007, I don't remember any extremely skilled pros coming out of anywhere besides the FFA.
That's very true, yeah. It was rare to just be oh, well, this person makes great decisions and they seem to have a great overall map awareness. No, it was just this person outslays everyone free-for-all. Let's pick him up and mold him to a team player.
Actually, yeah, and because Pistola had so much success in free-for-all, that's exactly how he started to get picked up by 4v4 teams, and then adjusting his play style. I know Hysteria taught him a lot, that SK and Triggers down lineup. And then actually I was thinking about a little bit further, and there might be 2 players that pass that exception. I think Lunchbox and Roy, I don't ever really remember them playing in free-for-alls, and they came out with 5K with Fear Itself and Hokum. And they had so much success upsetting Fonzie and Fallacy, their team, Killer Ann, I think everyone like that.
Yeah, that is a very good point. They just came right out the gate. It's rare to see somebody come in and just slay it in free-for-all. It's even more rare to see an entire team just come out and come out the gates like 5K did, and they placed, top 4 their very first event, or top 5, something like their very first event. Which is
actually, it might have been. I can't remember what.
Yeah, I know they got top 5 or something, because I remember just landing against, or not landing, but just playing against them online all the time, and realizing all right, these guys are really good online, but see if they can translate to land, and they obviously
they were one of the first people running the flag across top center against Redemption on midship. So that was always crazy to see. I don't even think I ever really did that. I competed.
We were Found Boss, and we never did that. So seeing 5K do that, we were just in awe, man, these guys are the real deal.
Yeah, just taking it to the new meta.
Well, one thing, we obviously love being out here because of UGC, but this event would not be possible without all the great sponsors at this event. So we have Da Vinci, the Smart Drink. We have Zowie, DX Racer, Battle Beaver Customs, Matcherino, Razorina, and Money Matches.
Yeah, so it's awesome to see these guys all participating here. We've even got the Battle Beaver Customs station set up, and those controllers are actually really cool. I hadn't talked to those guys a lot, and I'm pretty impressed.
You're saying it wasn't just even Xbox controllers. You said they had like GameCube controllers and stuff like that. Like I think almost every single Halo player at some point has touched Smash. You know what I mean? Like it's such a great game.
In order to be a pro Halo player, you have to be one of the most competitive people out there, and then that means you love all competitive games.
Yes. I've actually been translating my love of competitive games recently to board games as well, man. Dude, I have a whole stash. So anytime you come out to Seattle, come on over, and I'll whip you in some board games.
Well, give me your top two now.
Some top ones. So I really like to show people games that are easy to pick up that first night. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to explain for hours and hours on end how to play it. So some of my favorites to show to new people coming into the game is I've really liked King of Tokyo lately. That's a good, easy one. I'm deep in the board game scene, man. I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's a super simple one. It's created by the guy who created Magic the Gathering. So King of Tokyo, and I would say another first one I'd show people would be like Seven Wonders or maybe Betrayal at House on the Hill if I think they're a little deeper into games.
Jeez.
So some deep board games, like I'm telling you.
I'm learning.
Come to my place.
My board game knowledge is slack.
No, if you're talking like Monopoly and you're talking like Sorry and stuff, like we're on different levels right now.
I was thinking like Guess Who and things like that. Good deal. Now, of course, the Matcherino is the ones helping out with the prize money distribution, things like that. We got the Razorina. Money Matches, of course, always supporting Halo a lot, too. You know, helping out a lot of players get out to these events and supporting prize money pool, things like that. So it's really cool to see. Yeah. Then, of course, we have the pro teams here. And some hybrids of pro teams as well.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this hybrid Envy lineup does because, I mean, it's basically Envy minus Mikwen plus Lethal.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's unfortunate that we're not going to see that Envy and Optic rematches here, but with the other lineups, we got a full Allegiance lineup, full Enigma 6 lineup, and full Evil Geniuses lineup. So, we've talked about Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses has been struggling in the Pro League a lot, so now this is going to be a good opportunity for them to come out, try to upset this envious hybrid lineup.
And that's the crazy thing is, like, how is this hybrid lineup, in your eyes, better than EG? I guess I can see why, because we've seen so much success from Envy as of late, and it's hard to argue when you put Lethal on the lineup. Generally, that lineup's probably going to be better.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy because, like, if EG can come out here and prove that they can slay with this Envy lineup and beat even the squad that's only been together for just a couple days, like, I think that'd be a huge victory for EG.
Yeah, I mean, and if you remember, like, back on some of those Team Beyond forum tournaments, I think they were, you had Optic Gaming with Snipedown as a sub, and they were actually losing some of those to Enigma 6, I believe. So, Snipedown is subbed for Optic, and they weren't able to win. Now we're going to find out if Lethal subbing for Envy is going to be able to, do the job.
Be very, very interesting. I'm not sure if we have these players ready to go right now. I do see one of them sitting around, so I think at any moment we will have Solstice versus Panda.